Spartans! Ready your breakfast and eat hearty. For tonight, we dine in hell!
How's it going, YouTube? Parasite Generation back with you today to do a video on shooting my Tokarev. I apologize. During the shooting, I realized that the wind was so great you couldn't even hear me. So I'm going to be doing a voiceover, and we're going to be shooting some surplus ammunition out of my Romanian TTC Tokarev. It's 7.62 by 25. I recently bought a can of 1,250 rounds of the surplus stuff of the 1953 Bulgarian, and then I got some of this stuff right here. It's red lacquered steel case, circa 1979 surplus. If y'all know where that's from, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm not really an expert on the surplus stuff, but we're gonna accuracy test it and function test it, make sure it all works, and then I'm going to show at the end of the video how to properly clean your gun, and you'll never have a problem with rust, because a lot of surplus ammunition is highly corrosive, and you want to get all the corrosive salts off your gun so it won't rust up. So we're going to be shooting it here. Alright, the one thing I like about the Tokarev is when you put the magazine in and slam it just like that, usually slam it like that, it goes forward. I like the combat, that it makes it very fast to reload. And let me do the sound effects. Let me do the sound effects for you guys, okay? Bang, 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 bang. Fireball, nope, bang. Alright, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a very smooth shooter. The Tokarev is 7.62 by 25 is very hot load, and I like it. It is very flat shooting. It is hard hitting, in my opinion. It's hard to find hollow points for it, but when you do find hollow points, jump on it, because it would make a great self-defense round. I have carried this from time to time just with standard surplus ball ammunition. It's better than nothing, and I like the fireballs that this sucker produces. It's very enjoyable to shoot. I can go 100, 200 rounds in a session, although I have to hold myself, because ammunition nowadays, the downside to this system is ammunition is somewhat hard to find now, and it's a lot more expensive. I love the smell of surplus in the morning. So I'm going to show you how accurate this old warhorse is, and then we're going to get to the cleaning, alright? Alright, let's check it. Alright, here's the accuracy. I think I was about 10 yards away. This is perfectly acceptable for my Tokarev was 1954, so yeah, it's acceptable. Alright, now when we're cleaning, what you're going to want to do, and you don't have to do it the way I do it, but you're going to want to soak it, and you're going to want to put it in a Tupperware bowl, or you can just put it straight into the sink. You want hot water, and I mean scalding hot water, because what we're going to be trying to do is get all the corrosive salts off the gun, and the best way to do that, in my opinion, is hot water. Not Windex, not ammonia, hot water, because hot water dissolves the salt. So we're going to put the barrel bushing, the barrel, the slide stop and barrel pin, and then the slide itself. I really don't dick with the lower half. I just wipe it off with oil, and I've never had a problem with rust. So what you're going to want to do is let it soak for 10 minutes. Alright, then you come back, dump out all the water, make sure you get all that out, and then I rinse it off again with hot water to get all the excess stuff off. I make sure the hot water goes down the barrel, gets all the junk out of the barrel, because that's one of the most important parts. Okay, now just rinse every part off and then lay it on the towel to dry. You don't have to clean your gun right away, guys. Most people think that when you shoot corrosive ammunition that your firearm's going to fall apart immediately or a week later, and that's not true. That's not true with the Tokarev. That's not true with the Mosin Nagant. You don't have to clean it. You really don't have to clean it. You will get rust, of course you will, but your gun will not fall apart. Your gun will function. It is advised to clean your gun, but they're made to be rugged and reliable, and they will last a long, long time without being cleaned. I'm just saying. But me, I'm OCD and I like rust to not be on my firearms. So this is why I do this. So I let it dry, and then to put it back together, we wipe it off. All the excess, I let it dry for about an hour, 2 hours, and then I just wipe it off to make sure. And then, and then I, then I make sure that there's no moisture on any of the parts, because I don't want it to rust, because this is just a blued finish. It's not stainless or nothing. And I would like to keep my gun as best as I can, but yeah, I just wipe off all the parts, and then I just oil them with rim oil. That's all I do, is use rim oil. Sorry, I hope this is not too long a video for you guys. I'm just trying to help out anybody that has a Tokarev or is thinking about getting a Tokarev, to keep your gun from getting rusty. I just oil the rails with rim oil. Then I wipe off the inside where the feed ramp is, and put that aside. Then I take some more rim oil and wipe down the slide, get it good and oily, and then I wipe off the excess. But I want it to be nice and conditioned for storage. It's a very good gun. You can have these still for about $250, $200, and for a surplus pistol, it's a very simple firearm, and it's awesome and reliable and rugged. I tell you what, if you want a shit hit the fan gun, this is one of the guns that I'd suggest. And then I don't really mess with the recoil spring. I've not had any problems with rust or nothing. I just every now and again oil it, but I don't really do anything with it. Okay, I make sure I get all the nooks and crannies. Then I put oil down the barrel. Don't worry, off camera I swab it out, make sure there's no moisture in the barrel, which you don't want. Then I just wipe it off. I really don't like cleaning my firearms, but I will when I have to. And since I don't like rust, and you don't have to clean it, but since I don't like rust, I clean it. So to some people, cleaning their guns is a tradition and it's relaxing. To me, it's not. It's very boring. It's boring as hell. But in a shit hit the fan situation, if you shoot this gun and you don't have any access to boiling hot water, you can put cold water down the barrel. You know, water works. Even if you just put water down the barrel, and it'll get most of the corrosive salts out. Now we're going to put the barrel in, and make sure that you put the crescent side. I did this off camera because I was struggling with it, because the spring is not captured and it wants to fly out. And yeah, you got to hold that while you put it back together, because it will fly out at you. When I first got the gun, I figured that out the hard way. It went right into my face. I think I've had this firearm for longer than any of my other firearms. I've had it for, I think, maybe 5 years, 7 years. I don't really remember, but it's had, oh crap, 3,000 rounds through it over this lifetime that I've had it, because I could put a couple of tins of surplus ammo through it, and no problems there. And it's all back together, and you got to get that pin, which is a huge pain in the butt, in my opinion. It's still stiff. And when I first got it, I could not get that pin off. So I just use a little mallet and to gently push that back in, and then you're all set to go. You ready to put it away, to carry it, to have it in your house for home defense? All right, thanks for watching. Peace.